Yo, we are back with another scene, with another episode. I'm sorry, of Charlotte on the Scene podcast. Got my main man Aunt Moore in the building. He's not here today. He's in Scottsdale on a field trip, doing something great like he always does. So we send our prayers and vigilance to him. I got my cousin in the building, of course. My main man, my main cousin.
I'm here, bro. I'm here, man.
Cousin L. What up,
That's
baby?
right. What's going on?
Doing?
Man? I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Right.
What's up with that pink sweater, though?
That's true. Hey, listen, we'll talk about that in a second. Right. And it's not pink, it's salmon.
Salmon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
it is salmon. It is salmon. I eat salmon almost every day. It is salmon.
My bad. I thought you were just in the wash. I thought it was in the wash a couple times. That's all. I mean, my bad.
And then we got a special guest today. We got my man, comedian, world renowned, the man of the hour. Happy to have him on the show. Blessed to have his spirit and great energy and positive vibes in here. My man, Dave Martin. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man. Appreciate you for having me, man.
What's going on? Coming on,
Appreciate
brother.
y'all for having me.
No doubt.
Yeah, man.
Charlotte born, Charlotte raised, you understand? I go hard, 704.
That's right.
Queen City, Betty Ford Road, Dub C, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so Betty's Ford. Yeah. Explain, no, before
it's white people over there now.
Okay, I didn't know that.
White people over there now.
Okay.
Yeah. They call me about my house trying to buy it every day. Every day I get a postcard. Hi, my name is Harold. We're in the area looking to acquire. Sometimes I answer the phone. I'll be like, what's your name? Connor? Listen, Connor. Where am I going to live if you buy my house, Connor? I understand you offering me a great price, but I have no mortgage, and that's... Do you understand the peace that I have with no mortgage? Do y'all understand?
The peace.
No mortgage, all I got to do is if the roof leak, a couple of repairs. If the hot water heater go out, and I know all them people, they can do it the day I can pay them next month. I'm Gucci.
That's old school, the hot water heater.
Huh? Come on now. Come on.
Hey, is there a price tag?
Huh?
Is there a price tag for them to come over and get
it's always a price tag.
All right, there we go. Okay.
I say, listen, if you hit the number, I'll walk out of here naked. You can have everything in here. It's always a price tag, but you ain't hit it yet. What's your name? Tanner? Haven't hit it yet, Tanner.
Tanner. So
we buy Betty'sFordRoadHomes.com.
Oh man. Oh
that's
yeah.
awesome.
It's up tonight,
That's
baby.
awesome.
It's up tonight.
Let's go.
It's
Let's
on.
go.
We up.
Let's go.
So before I get into it, I want to give usually I show respect. I want to give a rest in heaven, rest souls. So we lost two great people. We lost Irv Gotti.
No doubt.
Hollis, Queens. That's my neighbor. Well, I'm from Southside, but Hollis is still, I got a lot of family in Hollis, born and raised. Went to Queens, Grace Lutheran back in the days around in Queens Village. So, just want to give a rest in power to Irv Gotti. And also we lost Roberta Flack. And Staple.
Do y'all youngins know who this is? He's saying
I'm trying to school.
And Roberta.
Roberta Flack.
Some of y'all are here because of Roberta. Huh? Talk to your mama, talk to your auntie, talk to your grandma. Right. They know. Come on.
That's right.
They know.
Hey, look, if you guys know who Lauryn Hill is, her biggest single was Roberta Flack's song.
There you go.
So, we want to give her "Killing Me Softly" rest in power to Roberta Flack. We have great people that transition, and we definitely want to give them their flowers.
No doubt.
Definitely.
Yes, one more.
Yeah, no doubt. There's
one more.
Okay. Talk to me nice.
Valletta Wallace, Biggie's mom.
Ooh.
Biggie's mom.
I didn't know that.
Rest in
Yes.
power.
Okay.
Rest in
She
heaven.
died 2 days ago, right?
A few days
Yes.
ago.
Yes. Rest in peace to Miss Valletta Wallace.
My goodness.
Yes.
Gave us a world icon.
And she was an educator. She was a teacher.
Okay.
In Brooklyn. She did a lot herself, but also gave birth to and brought us
a world icon.
A world icon. Christopher Wallace. Yep. Rest in power, sister. Right. Now let's get back to the fudgery. So Dave, you're here. So you're originally from Charlotte.
Yeah.
Now you're an original Charlottean. You're like an endangered species.
Yeah. Unicorn. People always telling me I'm a unicorn.
So give me your background. Betty's Ford Road.
Yeah.
Growing up, coming up in Charlotte. What was it like for you?
So came up on in University Park.
Okay.
If anybody out there is familiar with the great University Park Baptist Church,
okay,
the great Reverend Claude Alexander, all that. The original University Park Baptist Church is right there beside West Charlotte High School. The first one. This is before the big one down Beatties Ford Road. This is before he bought the park over there off Independence. This is the first one. So I saw all of that. Growing up on Beatties Ford was awesome. You know, people kill me when they talk about, oh, it was dangerous. I ain't never had no problems growing up on Beatties Ford. You know, now, was there some murders and some shootings, you know, several blocks away? Of course there were. But where I was at, you know, we was upper middle income. You know, mom and dad, you know, they both college educated. You know,
where'd they go?
Shout out to them. So my mom she went to A&T. She got her master's at A&T. She went to Fayetteville State, so she's from Fayetteville. Let me back up. So I know y'all are from up top. So half of my blood is from up top. I always have to give love to that. My dad is from Brooklyn. From
Shout out to Brooklyn.
Bed-Stuy,
He's from Bed-Stuy. Yeah. All the Brooklyn people out there, Herkimer Street, A-Train, Boys and Girls High, just so you know I'm not.
Oh, my So we were talking about earlier, my best friend, he went to Boys and Girls.
There you go.
Okay.
I like to say that. They be like, okay, true, I hear you. All right, keep talking. No, you good. You ain't, all right,
you good, P. Keep talking.
You good. I had to drop that on him, you know. You good. So my dad was at Fort Bragg in Fayetteville. That's where he met my mom. So my mom went to
that's Fort Liberty now. They changed the name.
Well, they changed it to Fort. I didn't even know that.
Liberty now. Yep.
So they met.
Yep.
And so half of my blood is you know Buttermilkville, Fayetteville, and the other half of my blood is up top.
Fayette now.
You know, no doubt. So my dad went to a little small HBCU called Benedict College.
Yeah, no Benedict.
You know what I'm saying? Benedict down in South Carolina, and then he got his master's at Syracuse University.
So I want to stop you there real quick, and I don't want to take up. To have two college-educated parents, as a black male, it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's.
I didn't even understand how blessed I was back when I'm a kid. I don't understand. You know how we don't understand something until you get older and you look back. I'm thinking, oh, everybody parent. You know, I'm thinking it's normal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's normal. I'm blessed. My mom, since I love my parents, so let me just speak on it. My mom is 96.
Oh, congratulations.
She lives a mile and a half away from me. She lives in the house that I was raised in. Lives by herself. Does everything. 96. She does everything. She drives. She drives at night. I've been in the car. She's good.
Wow.
All right. My dad passed a couple of years ago at 94.
Wow.
Phenomenal life. Phenomenal.
Wow.
A couple of months before he passed, my parents had been married. Y'all ready for this? 70 years. 70 years.
What is the method to that?
Man, I don't know.
You didn't unlock that yet?
No. I can't even stay 70 weeks.
Well, you got me beat, brother.
And you know why? Cause y'all hope. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. I'm making it up. I'm making it up. That's y'all women are wonderful out there. You're absolutely wonderful. You're wonderful.
You can talk how you want to talk on that mess. But anyway,
so seeing them, you know, come up. My dad was a high school dropout, but then he went to the Army.
Okay.
So then when he came out of the Army, he used the GI Bill to go to college.
Nice.
So coming up, like I said, I didn't even realize how blessed I was back then. This is a funny story. This is in the early '80s. My dad was like, you know, I was a big hooper. I still play ball. I still played ball down at the Dow YMCA.
I'm mad we didn't have Ann here. And you would have enjoyed Morrow if you played ball. Well, you gonna meet him? No, but go ahead. Let's go. Yeah.
So my dad was like, you know, I was big into hooping. I was pretty good, you know, when I was junior high and stuff like that. And he was like, he said, you want to hoop? You want a basketball hoop? Yeah. I'm thinking he's gonna go down to, you know, the department store and get like the one we see now with just the one you put up on the street, you know, whatever. 2 or 3 days later, I come back after school. I see all these construction, you know, things for the backhoe and all this kind of stuff, construction.
Right.
And I just hear. Now, mind you, I'm 12, 13, 14, something like that. I go in the back, and my dad just sitting there pointing. 3 or 4 white men just moving dirt. He actually carved out the hole for them to pour concrete.
To build you a court.
To build me a court. It's still there.
Wow.
That's love.
Wow.
And I didn't even realize how phenomenal. I'm like, you look back on it years later, I'm like, man, I was blessed.
Yeah, you're blessed. Yeah, definitely.
My dad used to walk in the house about every 3 years now. This is in early 80s. Going in town to buy a car today, son. You want to go? Yeah. This is before leasing. My dad was, this is way back. My dad was in love with Oldsmobiles. Okay. He used to drive a Delta 88.
Yeah, no Delta 88. Talk
Delta
that.
88.
Talk.
We used to pull up in the lot, and them boys would jump up out their chair and almost fight because they knew that's the easiest money they knew.
Yeah.
Right.
He pulled up, the owner, oh, Mr. Martin, how you doing? Well dressed, well groomed. My dad was a very fair skinned man. You would look at him and think he was mixed, or in some cases you would think he was white. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm just telling y'all I'm just saying this to give flowers to and I told my dad this all the time when he was living, and I used to bring him up on stage and say it. But I couldn't ask for nothing better, man.
Sounds like a beautiful.
I couldn't ask for nothing better.
Oh man, amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I guess it's very rare not to even have both parents as an African American male or African American child, but it also to have that much love for a father.
Yes.
Because growing up, in our times back then, fathers weren't in the households a lot.
A lot of absentees.
And I'm gonna give you. And I got a segue real quick. My dad called me last week because I'd be on the podcast, and my dad was like, "Stop telling everybody I wasn't around." So before we go, I want to say this too, because this is I want to give it. I want to tell my dad, you weren't around, but you were there for the right time in my life. My dad showed up when I really needed him. And he was there to help me out and get me right when I was going left.
There you go.
And so you weren't but you were on time. You were on time, and I want to give you that, and I want to tell you that because he called me Tuesday. He's like, "Yo, you gotta stop saying that because you know what I mean." So I love you, but like seeing the love that you have for your father is so important, and to have that and to have him for that long. I had my grandfather. My grandfather raised me. I had him for a long time. I think he was 88 when he passed away. To have that, and a lot of us don't have that black male structure or that black male figure. You don't hear a lot of those stories. So it's mostly about the moms, and not taking anything away from your mom, but to hear that. That's everything. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep cooking.
Nah, listen, we could do the whole episode with me just talking about the wonderful things that I experienced with my dad, or we could do the whole episode with me talking about Mom Dukes.
That's what's up.
Right.
Like either one.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was just blessed, y'all. That's all it is to it. Still blessed.
Blessed.
Still blessed.
So one more question about your parents. I know there's a lot of health junkies out there. They're gonna want to know, what was they eating? What was they doing? Did he drink? Did he smoke? What? They were like, how the heck they last that long?
So my mom and dad both told me that they used to drink very casually, very lightly. I don't remember it, like when I was before I was born.
Okay.
Because my mom had me at age 40. I have two older brothers, but my mom had me at age 40.
Wow,
so she said they used to do it casually, socially back in the day. And she said, for a quick minute, Mr. Cigar Man, my dad did some cigars.
Right.
Back in the day, but I never saw any of this.
Okay.
Now, from as far back as I can remember as a child, I come home, there was my mom and dad. There was no beers in the house, and I'm not saying this to throw shade. I'm just telling y'all what it is.
No.
I never saw them drink. I know, like we didn't eat pork.
Oh,
they were both.
I look like I ain't gonna make it.
He done.
They were both very. They wasn't gym junkies, but like my dad would always walk. My mom would always walk, even till up to my dad was like maybe 90, 91.
Wow. Okay.
I got some hella DNA, man. My mom had breast cancer a couple of years ago. Knocked it out, bing bang boom.
Wow.
And I can't remember. I don't know if y'all know from what you saw on my page. I have it in the bio. I had prostate cancer during COVID.
Yes, your prostate cancer
knocked
survivor,
it out,
yep.
bing bang boom.
Yeah.
So
congratulations.
it's in the DNA.
And that's important.
And the mindset.
And that's important to highlight because men, we got to get our checkups.
We got to get our checkups. Black men, it's a dog for us.
Yeah.
It's a dog for us. If you don't know, if you're age 50, they tell you to get your prostate check starting at age 50. If you're African American or if it's a history in your family, knock it back to 45. If you check both boxes, as in my case, knock it back to 40. Do it. I'm gonna put y'all on some game. You don't have to be worried about the finger poke because that's a lot of times what keeps us from going. Okay, don't worry about it. Get that damn PSA. The PSA is just a regular blood test that you get at your physical. The reason why I say that is because the entire time that I had cancer, which was 3.5 years, my prostate from the finger poke felt totally normal. But the PSA was showing
The blood test was everything.
Get the blood test.
How
So I
was you
was
feeling?
That's all
talking
you got to
about,
do. Get that blood test.
How'd you feeling though? Was you feeling weird or feeling anything?
No, I was feeling just like I'm doing now. I was
never
still
know.
doing shows.
Never known.
I was well. I mean, I caught it early. You know, I was proactive because my dad had it, so I started getting checked at age 38 or 39.
Wow.
I started getting checked early. So when I caught it, it was probably, I'm gonna say maybe stage 2, something like that.
See, I was that too, and then also to get the prostate, you got the colonoscopy.
Yeah.
That's important too.
Yeah.
because they
I
find
did
polyps.
that when I was young. I did the colonoscopy.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was younger, I did it.
Yeah, just hey man, just get this stuff
Mm-hmm.
checked, man. It's a dog.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you're here to talk that shit.
I gotta be here. I gotta talk that shit. I wasn't about to get up out of here. I'm too handsome. I wasn't about to get up out of here.
So when they poked you, how'd it feel?
It was not a fun time. They'll say, "Oh, you know, just relax, relax." What's your name? John? No, I'm not gonna relax. And then they would say, just how you know it's not gonna be fun. Yeah, it's just be a slight moment of discomfort. Slight moment of discomfort.
I can't believe you.
Slight
actually-
moment of discomfort.
Okay, what's the app where you got to poke somebody in? I think it's that's what I think about when you said that. I was like, I wasn't
I mean,
thinking.
because a lot of people don't want to do it because they worry about the poke.
Well,
Get
you
the
know what,
PSA,
though,
don't
like,
worry about
even-
the poke. Get the
but
PSA.
But even with colonoscopy, people are worried about that. You could do it through your stool. You could send them a stool sample.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things like
With the resources and technology now,
Yeah.
you can kind of circumvent some stuff that will give you a slight moment of discomfort.
Right, you been yet? You been yet?
Nah, I'm doing this year. A friend of mine has been on me about it. I get a no pause. I mean I got it. No. You stupid. You stupid.
Pause, fam.
All right. Nah, a friend of mine's been on me about getting. I get my checkups, but like as far as like doing, you know, whatever. So the colonoscopy and the PSA. So I'm probably gonna do it this year.
Yeah, just get that PSA, man.
yeah.
Because they're already gonna take blood work anyway.
Yeah.
Just have them look at it. That's all.
Yeah.
1 to 4 is no cancer. When you get past 4, you ain't got to flip out, but you want to start paying attention. 5 and 6, you know, pay attention. You get 6, 7.
Right.
If you hit 7, it's probably time to
My father
to
was
look
like
at a biopsy.
4 and 5. Last time, well, a couple of years ago. And so
What was it? What was the number?
It was like between 4 and 5.
4 and 5. Yeah, you ain't got to freak out. They call it something observation, where you keeping an eye on it. It's a very slow growing cancer, which is why if you get checked and catch it stage 1, stage 2, it's almost like 97, 98% beatable. The thing is that we don't go get checked. So a lot of times it's later stage. It'd be stage 4 by the time you see it because you have no physical symptoms.
Wow.
Until it's stage 4. Oh, gotta drop this on y'all. When I got
Talk to me
diagnosed,
nice.
I got diagnosed in January of 2019. Okay. My oldest brother had stage 4 prostate cancer and he passed a couple of months later. I'm at the funeral. I talk about this on stage. I'm at the funeral with prostate cancer. Mom doesn't know. Dad doesn't know. Nobody in the family knows. Because I'm like, I'm not dropping this on there. She just lost her firstborn.
Yeah.
So I'm at the funeral, lean down in the casket, kiss my brother on the forehead, and I'm like, hey, I got you, big bro. I got you. I swear to God.
That's right.
How the youngin' say, on my mama. On my mama, I'm going to beat this bitch. For both of us, I got you. And I wasn't going to tell them. I didn't tell them until 3.5 years later. I was like, I'll tell y'all the good story on the back end.
Right.
Which is what I did. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I can't drop that on Mom Dukes.
Right.
I can't. That's too much. I can't drop that on them.
So everybody looking for some pain down there, something, and it don't be that. You just don't never know. And
Yeah.
So we all need to get checked.
Yeah, the
y'all.
prostate is a quiet. It's no. You don't be having no. My brother didn't have any physical discomfort until it was advanced stage 4. And when you're talking at that point, now it done metastasized.
Yeah.
Now it done spread.
That's
what
deep,
I'm
dog.
saying. Metastasized just means spread. Okay.
yeah.
Now it done spread.
Now, let me ask you one more question before we move
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
A regular blood test is not going to show that, correct? Or they should
PSA.
PSA. So when you
PSA,
get your regular blood test, they just have different markers they look for.
Yeah, I see. I
So
got
you
my own
say
blood
so
test,
you
too.
say do the PSA, and they'll look for the PSA marker from the same blood test.
Right.
And they'll
I
let
get
you know
my
what the
blood test.
number
I
is.
get it checked twice a year.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Don't sweat the finger poke. Don't sweat it.
Bad.
Now we ain't got no excuse. You know what I'm saying?
That's something. You know, I really hit me. That's different.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna change. I'm gonna segue on to something else. That hit me though. That's different. So you've been doing comedy for how long now?
I started in April of 2001.
Okay. Okay. So what made you go into that? What made you go into comedy? Somebody told you it was funny?
Yeah, I kept hearing it over and over and over. I've been a nut for a long time. All the way back to being a class clown, all that.
Right. Got you.
Now I said April of 2001. So all during the 90s, I had an airport shuttle business.
Okay.
All right, airport shuttle, and then I even was in the taxi game for a minute. I owned a few taxis.
Okay.
And so people used to say, "Oh man, you funny as hell, man. You funnier than the dudes we saw at the comedy club." I kept hearing it. And I'm just talking. I would do little voices and stuff as we go into the airport. I'm just being silly, you know, just giving good customer service, just being silly.
Yeah.
I just kept hearing it from this. I'm like, they don't know each other. They don't know each other. I'm like, you trying to tell me something? Are you trying to tell me something? Now, at the time, the backdrop is I was in an R&B group. I was in an R&B group. Oh yeah, I got layers. I'm nice. She looking at me like, you just slid that in there.
You was the backup there?
Yeah, I got layers.
I'm not going to backup singer, so I'm back up there.
Yeah, no. It was three of us. It was called Debonair.
Oh,
It's called Debonair.
okay.
So I was in an R&B group, and you know, if anybody knows, it's next to impossible to keep a group together.
Of course.
So we was in a group for about 6 years, from '94 till around right at the year 2000. And
He's around
then
there in Drew Hill era. Okay.
yeah. Back during the group era.
Yeah.
And I kept saying to myself, am I going to work on a solo deal, or should I really pay attention to these people talking about their stand-up? I literally had people go, dude, no, dude, for real. You need to just go to an amateur night. Like, you need to do it. Now, at the time, I was petrified of that. Because I'm like, and I'm not even thinking about me, like, I'm not skipping ahead thinking about me standing in front of a mixed crowd or white folk. I'm thinking about us.
Right.
We don't care about your feelings. We don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't care if you started this morning, last week. We don't care if you're telling jokes why you got cancer. We don't care.
They don't care. They don't care.
We
at all.
like, yeah, bruh. Now, boo. Who hired you? Who put him up there?
Showtime at
Who
the
put him up
Apollo,
there?
son.
Hey, bro, FedEx is hiring, bro. Get him out of here. Get him out of. So I was petrified. I was like, I don't handle rejection well. If I get up there and I get booed. But I took it, like I said, the group ended our run in 2000. So during 2000 to 2001, I was like, am I going to really do this solo deal, or am I going to do comedy? Now, I had a very bad taste in my mouth when it comes to the music industry. Because in the 90s, as everybody knows, it was no internet. It was no streaming services. It was no title. You did not have some control of things like artists do now.
Right.
You know, the record companies had you by the balls.
They
That's all it is
ran
to it.
everything, budgets, all that stuff. Yep.
And we was nice.
Okay.
We was like, we met Quincy Jones twice in New York.
Okay.
We sitting right here, the three of us. Quincy's sitting right there on the other side of the table, twice. We met Joe. Love Joe to this day. Joe, what was his house at? Hackensack,
New Jersey.
Hackensack. He had a studio built in the basement. Just so you know, I ain't capping.
Okay.
So
Hold on, wait a minute. Speaking of capping, you still got some vocals?
I still have some vocals, yeah.
Let's hear something.
Yeah, I got some vocals. All right, let's do some R, since I still love R.
This is
So
all right.
do some R. So when Diddy showed up to jail, I was like, "Yo, welcome." It's a couple of big dudes waiting on you in the back. Seems like you're ready, Sean. Are you ready? to go all the way. Diddy, seems like you're ready. I really hope that you're ready to go all the way. Diddy, you ready? Cause someday I'm ready. See, I still got some vocals. I still got we still in there.
My bad.
Yeah, we still in
What's
there.
up?
Yeah, don't think you gonna put the cap on me. We still in there, son.
I'm that close.
That's what I love about black people. Oh, he talking about he can say you still got some vocals. We will put you on blast.
Cousin Lawrence will do that.
I love it.
Cousin Lawrence will do that. Cousin Lawrence will do that. So,
Yeah, my bad. Yeah,
all right. So Debonair ended, and you did your first.
So we was in the group. I had a bad taste in my mouth about the record industry. Like I said, Joe really went to bat for us. Joe wanted to do Arista. It was Arista.
Okay.
Joe wanted to. He went to them and he said, "Yo, I done made a lot of money for y'all. I sold a bunch of records for y'all. I love this group. I want to produce this group. We can do it in my studio, and then we'll just go to the Hit Factory and master it, whatever. I just need y'all for distribution." They told him no. So I had a very bad taste in my mouth when it comes to the music industry. Right. So I still hadn't said I wouldn't do it, but I said, you know what? Let me just go to some amateur nights, sit in the back with a pad, just take some notes. So I started doing that. And it was at the Comedy Zone here in Charlotte. The original location is on Independence Boulevard. The old heads know it's on Independence Boulevard. Right there, it's where the Crazy Horse is now. The little strip joint called the Crazy Horse is in that same.
I don't know anything
shopping
about
center.
those strip clubs. I don't know anything about those strip clubs.
I don't either because
I didn't been.
I'd be too busy at Bible study. I
I
get
don't know
it.
anything about that. Son.
Yeah,
Crazy Horse?
Crazy Horse. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'll be doing Bible study all the time.
Lawrence will be there tomorrow.
So the original Comedy Zone was in that shopping plaza.
Okay.
So I sat. It was Thursday night. They used to do amateur night. I sat in the back. I'm just taking notes. And at the time, I was in a very nice apartment complex, and I would go down to the gym in the middle of the night and just work on what I could think of as material.
Right.
Because with amateur night, they normally give you like 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, which is an eternity. If you
Before they give you the cane.
yeah. 3 minutes is an eternity. I can't even introduce myself in 5 minutes now.
Right.
So I would walk back and forth in front of the mirror to see myself, because that's what the audience gonna see.
Right.
So I did that, and I was like, Dave, I think you got a tight little 5. You got a tight 5. The good angel was like, go on out there, do it. The bad angel was like, boy, if you go out there and fall on your face, boy, it ain't gonna be good.
Right.
So I did what all black people do. I didn't tell nobody. And I go out there on a Thursday night, and I did amateur night at the Comedy Zone on Independence Boulevard, and I killed it.
So I never knew there was I never knew there was a spot on Independence Boulevard.
That's the original one.
Yeah, so I forgive my ignorance. I wasn't here then, but like, that's awesome to know.
They had that one, and then they had one on College Street, right across from what is it? Bar One.
Club One.
Club One. Thomas's
Sports
joint.
One. Sports
Sports
One.
One.
Yeah,
Right,
Sports
that
One,
new building is right across from Thomas's club.
Okay.
That's where it was for maybe about a year.
Yeah, I think back
and
then it was
then
Lulu's.
it went to the
It was Lulu's, I think, right across. But yeah, I
yeah,
know what you're talking about.
And then it went to where it is now in the Music Factory.
Wow. Okay.
So went out there on a Thursday night. The audience picked the winner, and it was like a mixed crowd. Killed it. Came out the next Thursday, did a different 5 minutes, which is insane for a new comic to do. Because most of the people that was doing they saying 5, which is normal. And then the other comics got mad at me. They went to the manager. Ain't no way he's never done comedy before. In no way. This dude is lying.
We're natural.
Cap. This dude is lying.
Give him the cap,
This dude is lying.
They was
But what
hating-
happened was,
they was hating on you?
But what happened was, I was used to being in front of people. I'm used to being in front of a light
because of Debonair.
because of Debonair, and even before that.
Right.
Remember, I had told you before we aired, I used to model, so I'm used to being in front of people. I just had to shift it over to the lane of telling some jokes. So it's the hardest thing I've ever done. I'm not even front, but it wasn't a monstrosity shift that I couldn't do. So I was able to shift it fairly easy.
What do you do when you have a flat night? Like say like when people are not laughing, like what? How do you deal with that?
I don't have flat nights.
I like that. You talking that
damn.
that
I don't
shit.
have flat
You
nights.
talking crazy right now.
I don't.
I don't.
I don't have flat nights. You
Talk-
just
you
asked me to sing.
talking-
You see what
talking-
I did?
talking that-
Put your cap
talking-
down. Put it down. Put your cap down. Don't do that.
Talking that
I don't
shit,
have flat
Dave.
nights.
There you go. I
Talking
like
that-
that.
I don't
There you
have
go.
flat nights.
There you go. Oh.
I might have a night that's a A minus, a high B plus. I don't have flat nights.
There we go.
I'm OCD. I over prepare. I prepare.
So that first night you nailed it. They were like, they try to hate on you, which is what a lot of us do anyway, right?
Right.
I wasn't mad though, because they was just like, I mean, I wish I had video of that. I blew the room away.
Wow.
The first night, and then I came back the second night, the second week, and the manager of the club at the time was like, "Listen, we believe you. We believe you, but these people that come here, they bringing people to come and pay, and like we about to have anarchy here, so we can't have you do amateur night no more. We just gonna have you. They was gonna have me start hosting.
Oh, okay.
On the
okay.
week. I said, okay, I can do that.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. All right, that's
Cool,
what's
cool,
up.
cool. I can do that.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how'd you transition to the hosting gig? What changed? How'd you work that out
Well-
from being having a routine to like just being
When I started, talking shit is talking shit. Either I do it in a 5-minute segment, or you come out and you open the show and you do 10 minutes and you talking shit, and then you have some announcements to do for the club, and then you bring up the feature. For y'all to been to a comedy show, you have the host and you have the person that comes out, does 25 or 30 minutes, which they call the feature act, or the opener, and then you have the headliner, which does 45 minutes. It's like an hour and a half. It's like a little scientific. It's an hour and a half thing.
Okay.
Talking shit is talking shit. So you just do it in a 5-minute segment as a open micer, what they call it, or as an amateur, or you do it on a real show as a host, and then you bring up the first act, you come out, you do another 5 minutes, you bring up the headliner. Easy.
Because I always
Easy
like
peasy.
so it's like my thing is like when I first I thought one of the best things I ever saw in comedy was what I used to watch comedy back in days was when Martin used to host Def Jam.
Martin was another animal.
I thought like his comedic stuff with the shows were cool, with the Just So Crazy and went into that. But I thought his best stuff was when he was freestyling off of Def Jam as a host.
I agree.
Because you're and that shows your true talent. So for you to be able to host is it means you're on another level, because to be able to host, you have to look at people and figure it out. It's just being thrown at you at the situation. Whereas you're not coming with a routine.
Yeah.
You're looking around and being like, okay, I gotta make this work, so I'm gonna figure out what I'm seeing right now. So you're like thrown to the lion's den.
Yeah.
And you're sitting here trying to figure this room out.
Yeah.
And that's totally different. That's just a different level.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So who's your influences in comedy?
Easy answer. Y'all already know who it is. Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. You like Jamie Foxx?
The
my
triple
favorite.
threat, because I sing.
Yes.
It's been that way
Triple
since day
threat.
one.
Triple threat.
Triple threat. It's an
Triple
easy
threat.
answer.
Okay.
It's a bunch of dogs out there. It's a bunch of monsters out there. And I really connect with him now because I had cancer. I mean, look what he just went through.
Right.
So I connect with him even more. That's a bucket list for me to meet him. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
So
It's gonna happen.
So with that, are you versed in the like? 'Cause, like most people would say, Jamie Foxx is your inspiration. It's like most people, they go through the Eddie Murphys, the Richard Pryors, or the Dick Gregory's.
Okay.
Or do you with your routine? Do you go through are you versed in the might of comedy? And this might be a dumb question, but I'm just asking.
No, it's not. It's not a dumb question at all. I think that I am.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty well versed on the game and the people that set the path for somebody else, and then they set the path and they set the path.
Yeah.
I think I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a story. So one time, there was this great documentary on Showtime that I watched when I was in high school, and it actually chronicled comedy from Amos and Andy and what's it? Fish Markham, all the way down to Dick Gregory. Like Richard Pryor actually used to have a clean act until he swithed over, went through his transformation.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know he used to have a clean act.
He was clean. Yeah, he was. So he was. He had a routine that kind of mimicked Dick Gregory and Bill Cosby.
Okay.
Then he went through his transformation in L.A. and came back on the Sunset Strip in Vegas, and he was
wilding.
He was
wilding.
He was totally vulgar.
Yeah.
Totally vulgar. But then you have guys like you got the Flip what's it called? What's
Flip
his
Wilson?
name? Flip Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about earlier about Flip Wilson was known to wear dresses and do stuff like that.
Was it Geraldine? What was it?
Geraldine.
Geraldine
That
was the character.
So in comedy sometimes, we've heard like, you have to do characters and stuff like that, but there are a lot of comics that don't want to stay away from, wearing dresses or doing that, especially a lot of African American comics.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on that, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, my take on it is, and some people this may ruffle, I'm not putting a dress on. I'm not. And I'm not saying that to be like, and all y'all who did. No. It's not none of that. Listen, everybody has to be comfortable with looking themselves in the mirror for whatever path they take. If you comfortable, cool, do your thing. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I wouldn't do it because of how my father raised me. I wouldn't do it because of how I believe gender roles are supposed to be, and I know that's a touchy subject these days.
Yeah.
But I'm just not doing it. I know for a fact it is a thing. If you don't put the dress on, they will put a hammer to your head. They will. Jay Farrell, has talked about it. Jay Farrell is phenomenal. I don't even think is he early 30s now? Maybe 31, 32, 33?
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I mean, this dude can do 50 different voices, and he kills every last one. Some people do voices and you go, you need to work on that one some more. No, he sat next to Denzel and did Denzel, and Denzel was falling out. And it was like, if you closed your eyes, you couldn't know which one was Denzel and which one was Jay Farrell. He's that good. I've even heard him do female voices. He was on the Breakfast Club, but one of them morning shows, and he did Nicki Minaj, and it sounded just like her.
Just like her, yeah.
So it is a thing. We also talked about, off camera before we came on. Who said he just saw DC?
I think
He said
You just saw DC
he
Curry.
Just saw DC, yep.
Any of y'all youngins out there, if you don't know who DC Curry is, jump on your YouTube and go look up DC Curry. He is a monster.
He is.
He's a monster.
I was
Whoever
falling
your
out my
favorite
seat.
comedian is will not go behind him. I promise you.
Facts.
So DC Curry talked about how they sent him scripts or whatever it was, manuscripts or whatever, about putting a dress on, and he said no 2 or 3 times. He talked about it on Vlad. Everybody's familiar with Vlad. And he said my phone went to ringing to stop ringing, or it just dropped off immensely. He's still able to make high 6 figures by going to the clubs, and so is Jay Farrell. But the movie stopped. The back then, for him, it would have been HBO, an HBO special.
Right.
The HBO special don't come through. Now it would be Netflix. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So the easy $10 million bag for one night won't come through. You can still work the clubs and make $500,000 a year, which, if you ain't crazy, is a very good life.
Yeah, it's very good.
But
Very, very good.
it knocks out the major bag.
Yeah.
It is a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Even in my social media, comedian Dave Martin on everything. Comedian Dave Martin on Instagram. Follow you, boy. I'm
right,
phenomenal.
Talk to him
Y'all
nice.
heard me saying earlier, I can
right.
sing, I do reaction videos, I'm phenomenal. I'm telling you right now, I don't have flat nights. Anywho,
There we go. He said it.
even in that, I've had people
And
tell
that's
me,
no cap.
no cap. If you've seen, and like I said, everybody do your thing. I've seen pages where comedians, and not even if they don't call themselves comedians, they'll be like just content creator, right? They'll do a role, then they'll do a role with the back and forth. They'll put the wig on, they'll put on a halter top or something. And I've had people tell me, well, Dave, if you really want your page to blow, I'm like, you can stop right there. I'm not doing it. I will literally just go get a girl to be in the video.
Yeah.
And we can do a collab. What's wrong with that?
So do you think it's like that's a planned thing, or that's a way to demasculate men, or do you? I mean, like I think like with me, like, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but we gotta talk about it. I feel as if there's a lot of celebrities that have made a living.
It's not just comedians, it's even actors.
Actors too. Yeah, yeah.
Even actors.
And they've done that. And I mean, I guess, it goes back. I mean, hell, it goes back to it goes back a ways. Yeah, to the beginning. To the beginning,
to film.
Yeah, that's thinking about it, yeah.
This is listen.
Control.
Listen, after you beat cancer, I was comfortable saying what I wanted to say before cancer, but I'm really comfortable now. This is a touchy subject. It is a thing. Mm-hmm. It is. Mm-hmm. Anybody want to sit out there and act like it's not, you are delusional. I'm just going to say it. You're not wanting to see the forest for the trees. It is a thing. Mm-hmm. They will try to put the dress on you.
Let me ask
They've
you a
even
question.
done it with the rappers.
Right. Oh, yeah.
They've even done it with the rappers. They're going to do it.
So let me ask you a question. What's the
Got
type of
Lawrence
money?
laughing.
What type of
We did the rappers. We just thinking. We like, oh,
He about to come with an indecent proposal.
No.
He come with an indecent proposal. You see that smile on his face? Ladies and gentlemen, when somebody go, hey, so I got you, let me holler at you though. So on that note,
there you go.
see how he turned his head to that? On that note.
What's the number?
What's the number for
To
what?
slide that dress on.
I'm not putting the dress on.
I got an unwritten check right here.
I'm not doing it.
You write it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. If I was gonna do it, I would have already done it.
100 mil.
I'm not doing it.
All money.
I know
ain't
it's
good
people
money.
out there. I know people out there that's going, boy, you must be out of your mind. I'm not doing it.
Half a billion.
He said no.
I'm not doing it.
Lawrence, stop.
What about you?
You give me. I'm joking.
Two Billy with a B.
Child support putting a hurt on you. Like,
Yeah.
Facts. I already know.
No, like I remember. So we talked about it in the last episode, right? I was y'all stupid.
It's people right now who are gonna see this. They're gonna see this, and they're gonna be like, crazy. You better put that dress on and go on and get that bag. You can move to Europe, bro. You can start a different IG.
You will never see me again. But nah, so like we were talking about this on the last episode because I touched on the whole thing with Kanye West. I think with his new wife or whatever. And
Yeah.
And I have 4 girls. I always talk about my daughters, and I say I just would never have somebody I'm dealing with portray themselves like that. Mm-hmm. And people do it. He's not doing it for money. People do things for money, but all money is not good money. And at the end of the day, you have to live your life, and your legacy goes longer than money. So if you sit here and if you buy into that, or if you do that, just understand your kids are gonna have to look at that.
Kids, grandkids.
Your kids, your grandkids. Oh,
Yeah.
this is what you know.
Or it'll be, in my case, it'll be, Uncle David was popping, but then when he put that dress on, boy, then he blew.
He blew up.
I don't want you to have that in your brain at my funeral. I don't. Here's how I can really prove to you that I really can answer that question and say there is no amount of money. Okay, you have to be comfortable with the journey. If you're comfortable with the journey, you don't worry about the actual mountaintop. Meaning, if I'm never a household name, as far as what you want to call a household name,
Right.
and I die in 25 years and 20 years, that's fine with me. Anybody who's ever seen me on the stage is gonna be like, that boy a monster. He a monster. He go hard online, he go hard on the stage, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
That means you comfortable in your own skin, baby.
Listen, I can't remember if we said it on the air before, but no, we said it at the beginning of the show. My house paid off.
Yeah,
we go.
we did. Yeah,
My house paid off.
Light flex.
There are levels of comfort. I'm very comfortable.
Light flex.
My house is paid off.
Light flex. Light
There we
flex.
go.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what?
You see what I'm
Learn
saying?
from that.
All my I got
Y'all need to
5
learn from
cars.
that.
All 5 of my cars are paid off.
There we go.
Light flex.
You see what I'm saying?
There we go.
I really ain't got no bills like that.
Hey, your DM's about to go up right now, bro.
I'm 6 feet. Y'all already heard about my mom and daddy. You understand? Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna.
And ladies, I'm a cookie monster.
There we go. Oh, damn. Oh, my God. Oh, God dang. Oh, man, we got to...
Oh my God! Oh my God! What is his name? What's that IG? He a cookie monster, and he on the house. Oh my God! You see his lips, pink top and bottom. Oh my God! Won't he do it? Okay.
Won't he do it, man?
Won't he do it?
I see you, comedian David. I see you.
You know, you touch on the journey. We're gonna be up today. You touch on the journey. I hear you talk about the journey a lot, and that's very important. Because you know, you described earlier about your father's journey and your parents' journey of where they of what they came through, and you know, it's very important to understand and take in. Like, you could sell your soul, but are you proud of that?
Right, 100.
Are you proud of that?
100.
And can you look your kids in the eye or your family now, your future generations in the eye, and be like, you know, yeah, I got all the money in the world, but I don't know if I got it the right way. There's a famous, because you know you did a little time in Vietnam. There was a famous one of my favorite MCs, J. Cole. He says, "Congrats, my brother, you came a long way. The sad news is you went the wrong way."
Bars. Bars.
So,
and I love J. Cole.
Yeah,
Bars.
Yeah. So you know that's very important.
And let's, in a similar lane, why do you think mainstream rap radios, why they don't go hard to push J. Cole, Common? Because they're not preaching in their lyrics.
Well, Jay,
they're not preaching the Fuckery. They're not preaching it.
But Jay-Z said it. He said, truthfully, I went around like common sense, but I sold 10 mil. I ain't been rhyming like common sense. So my thing is that when you project that, and we talked about it earlier because we were in the green room.
We was in the green room rapping.
And basically, you know, there's a difference in going viral for positive and going viral for negative. Yeah. And once you said it, once you go viral negative, you got to keep it going. And you got
whatever got them to your page, you cannot be one and done. So the biggest reason why people don't see clips of me doing stand-up on my page, okay, you will pretty much not see it. It's a very simple reason. Because whatever viral clip that you did doing stand-up, now they want to see another clip that's on that same level tomorrow. Chris Rock can't do that. Why do you think comedy clubs have a rule? You come to the club for a weekend, and then it's a 12-month period before you come back. Because I don't care how good you are.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I don't care.
You can't bring phones in there too, right? There's no phones.
Well, they're doing that because everybody now wants to record you and live stream it. And you might be working on material because you have a special coming up. So now you put it on Facebook, or even if I'm on tour, I'm in Charlotte, then I go to DC next week and I do this monster joke that I don't work so hard on, but 3 or 4 people already live streamed it. So then when I do it in DC,
it's not gonna hit.
300 people saw it, so it don't hit.
It don't hit like that, yeah.
It don't hit like that. So that's why I don't have stand-up clips on my Instagram, and the other reason is it's a lot of lame comics out there who will steal material.
I was about to get onto that.
That's the other reason.
Have you seen that?
People steal your material?
I mean, they'll steal anybody's material.
But have you seen somebody take yours? Or
Lawrence do it all the time to me. So I just want to know. I want to know how that happens. Yeah.
So I have one of the jokes that I do on the Bad Boys of Comedy clip that's on my Instagram in the link tree. So y'all don't think I ain't capping about being on HBO.
There's no cap.
So one of the jokes that I do on there is talking about the VIN number. When I'm talking about being a cookie monster and you want to find out if your girl is a hoe or overused, and I say, look up her VIN number, which is her vagina identification number. And when you get down there, you flip one of the flaps, and it's right there.
Right.
And so, did I go too far, producer?
No, you're fine.
We all right?
You fine.
The producer is over there like, oh my God.
No. You're fine. I just never would throw that. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna steal it.
The VIN number.
I'm gonna steal it.
So this is on HBO. This ain't because this is 2005. This is before Facebook and Instagram even popped.
Okay.
So this is on HBO. A friend of mine, very good friend of mine, Lawrence Owens, love him to death, in DC, DMV area, was at a comedy club, or not a comedy, at a spot where they do comedy.
Right.
2 different occasions, he saw dudes do that joke. Wow. He was like, dude, I know you didn't write that joke. The specificity of that joke, I know you didn't write that joke. You saw Dave Martin is my friend. I can call him right now.
Right.
And I was like, way back then, before Facebook, I was like, okay, you can't just be having your stuff all over the place like that.
Got you. I get that. I dig that.
There's some famous people who, should I say this? Should I say this next part? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it because it's already been said. I'm going to say it.
Okay. Talk to me nice.
Do y'all remember the joke that Ricky Smiley did to end his special, and it absolutely went bonkers? The one about the white college band versus the black college band? Where he
years
says how
ago,
the white colleges just do the, you know, and they have the formation. He said, but then when the black college band come out there and he do the, you know, go back and you.
Right.
So allegedly, that joke was stolen. Allegedly, he stole that joke from another comedian named Steve Brown, and they're both Omegas. Now, Steve Brown, who I've only done one show with, he probably won't even remember it. It was been a few years back. Has said this, you know. So I'm not like, you know, I'm not like throwing stuff out there. He said this openly. He said he got called on the phone. People's like, dude, Ricky Smiley's doing your joke.
Wow.
So even if it's your joke and you do it first, if a bigger name goes and does it on a bigger stage, meaning on HBO or Netflix, and they're a big name, nobody's ever even gonna believe that it's your joke.
Well, see, you know, that's
They'll be like, nah, that ain't your joke. Stop playing.
Well, see, you
Stop
know,
playing.
that's why-
Such and such did that. That's his joke.
That's why I'm glad I never joined Omega Phi Psi. It's cap out for side to build it. But
And like I
Better
said,
start
if
19.
anybody sees this who knows Ricky Smiley or Steve Brown, you know, don't want to hit me in the head.
Right.
Steve Brown has said this
Right.
out loud.
Right.
He has said it.
Right. Wow.
And I was like, and they both Omega. That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's how
crazy.
the youngest say. That's diabolical. That's crazy work.
That's nasty
That's
work.
it.
That's nasty work.
That's nasty work.
That's what y'all youngest say. That's nasty work.
That's nasty work.
That's
Nasty
nasty
work,
work.
Unc.
Yeah,
Unc, that's nasty
Yo,
work.
we talk about the whole Unc thing we had on there.
Unc.
Somebody called me Unc. I was like, I ain't your Unc. Don't call me Unc. I said, my Beijing is fresh. Do not call me your Unc. I do not.
They
like
called
that.
you Unc when they was about to ask you for some money at the gas station, right?
Well, he was trying to get in the building.
Oh, he's trying to get in the building.
It needed something.
Okay.
Yeah, what up, Unc? I'm like, yo, I ain't chunk, man. I mean,
The one that kills me is when they call me Unc. I mean, I'm 55. I'll be 56 in about
55?
3 weeks. Yeah.
You need to join the Beijing Bros, bro.
Thank you.
The Beijing Bros. You know me here with the Beijing Bros? Come on, bro. We bring you back down to 35.
Bro.
See, the only thing is,
The ladies out there, they see the face. They see what's going on.
They know what's going on.
They see the face.
You Gucci.
They already heard the DNA. Mom
see-
Dukes 96, Dad 94, me beat cancer, pop, pop, pop. Mom knocked out breast cancer, pop, pop, pop. They see the DNA.
He be using that dollar store in Beijing. No, I use
Oh,
the
man,
CVS.
bro, stop, man.
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
There's levels?
Texture's better.
There's
Bro, you
levels
can't-
of Beijing.
Y'all can't tell. Ladies, can y'all tell?
There's
Matter of
levels of
fact, I
Beijing.
would- oh, yeah. It's the price. Absolutely. Your money ain't right. Your money ain't right. You gotta get the no frills joint.
I was going to say something. I done forgot what I was going to say, boy. Y'all stupid. What was I saying?
No,
Y'all
so
stupid.
you were we had touched on the stolen jokes that happened.
It's, listen, it's
Stolen material.
It is a thing, but like I said, I'm really good at the reaction videos. I do them every day, and it's a way for me to give you a minute worth of free comedy for you to definitely listen. If you look, I have so much content on my page. If you go to my page and want to act like wonder if I'm funny, you're out of your mind. Okay, let's put that out the window. But I give you enough for you to know that I got it without giving you material.
Okay.
Now, some of the stuff that I talk about can be morphed into material. And sometimes I'll do it in material form on stage.
Right.
And quite frankly, I've also gotten that model because I watch youngins. When I say I'm talking about youngins, I'm talking about dudes 20 years younger than me. Listen, they gave us the blueprint.
Right.
All the people that's on Wild 'N Out, most of them is pretty much reaction videos. DC Young Fly, Chico Bean, my very good friend Shula King.
Okay.
I just did his podcast. That's on. Shout out to Shula. That's on my page as well.
Shout out.
Desi Banks, who is
Desi Banks is good. Yeah,
phenomenal.
I like Desi Banks. Yeah.
Now Desi goes hard with the skits.
Yeah.
But it's still a way to give you comedy
Yeah.
without giving you material.
Yeah.
Because when he do them white Air Forces and the black Air Forces, boy,
Yeah.
he kills that. I can't even front. He kills it. He kills it.
When you're going on a comedy circuit, let's say you're going. I know you've traveled and done a lot of comedy circuits or whatever. What's the camaraderie like with different comedians? Like, how's that being on the road, being around different comedians, meeting the bigger names, the lesser names, and building a networking within that situation?
It's just like anything else, you know. Some people are going to be prima donnas and some are not. Some people are going to be, I just said it. That's just, and I do want to give a very good story about Steve Harvey, who is another Omega. Yeah, I want to give a very good story about him. I opened for him in Charlotte at Ovens Auditorium in 2004.
Okay.
So I was supposed to do like 10 minutes. And yeah, I was supposed to do like 10 minutes. I killed it. So I'm on stage doing my thing. I'm getting ready to wrap up, and I see his manager off to the side going damn near doing jumping jacks to get my attention. So I go like this, and he's going,
keep going,
keep going, keep going. So I did like 20. Killed it. When I come off stage, if any of y'all know if y'all have ever seen Steve Harvey, he has this ginormous bodyguard named Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
We didn't know that. Right.
Boom is so big, he make you look like me.
Okay.
If you stood next to Boom,
Right.
he make me look like the way I look like next to you. You a big man. Boom is enormous.
Right.
Steve is about 6'4", Boom is about 6'6", about 320, full muscle, something like that.
Okay.
So Boom was standing off to the side. So I come off stage. Oh man, Steve want to see you in the dressing room. You killed that. So I went back to Steve's dressing room, and he was back there still putting his clothes, because he had a couple more. I was like the first. I was beginning. You know, I was kind of like the new Jack, so I'm first on the show.
Okay.
So he had a couple of comedians come after me, and so we back there, because you know when you at Ovens, when you at these big entertainment venues, you know you have the speakers in the dressing room so they can hear what's going on.
Right.
So Steve was like, "Man, you did that." He's like, "You did that." He said, because when I heard you call my name, I said to myself, "Let me pay attention." I know, because he was thinking, I know he ain't trying to roast me.
Yeah.
Let me hear what's going on, because either this gonna be good or we might have to whoop his ass. You know. Steve runs a tight ship. I will say this: everybody's dressed just like him. I'm talking about his bodyguards that will break your neck. All of them dressed.
Wow.
This is back in the days of the big wide pants and the 6 buttons on the suit. This is back then. So I had on something just like that.
Yeah.
You know, because this come from my modeling days. I love to put some clothes on.
Yeah.
So he said, "Man, I like how you dress, blah blah blah." He said, "I can tell you this ain't no fluke. You know, you do this." I said, "Yeah, I do this. I'm an ex-professional model. I do this." And he was just really impressed that I had done material that included him. Basically, I said something along the lines of, "I don't know why some of y'all looking down y'all nose at me like y'all don't know who I am. Most of y'all ain't a star at your job neither." And they went crazy. That just opened it up right there. I said, "There's a whole bunch of y'all with the keys to Bojangles got to be there at 6 a.m. in the morning. If Steve come out here first, y'all be mad anyway. Why you ain't had nobody open up, Steve? Okay, well, I'm to open up." Because I wanted to break the ice.
Yeah.
And they loved it.
I love it.
And I said, "I got my suit on too."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah." I said, "I got my suit on. You know, mine cost $300. Steve's got, another zero on his, but I got my suit on here." And it was, so he heard all that.
Yeah.
And he loved it.
Right.
And he said, the point that I'm trying to make, I know I'm being long with it.
No,
He
you're
said,
fine. You're fine.
He said, you probably heard that I'm an asshole, which I had. I had heard that about him. And he said, "You can speak free." I said, "Actually, I did hear that." He said, "Yeah, I am." To a lot of people. He said, because people come up in my face, comedians come up in my face, "Let me get on going too with you." And they don't be ready. And if you're not ready, I don't have time to coddle you and train you and fix you. If you ain't ready, you can't come over here. He said, "You ready." So he was like, he was absolutely genuine to me. Put me on game, put me on some just behind the scenes money game when it comes to comedy. I was supposed to actually do 2 or 3 more dates with him, and they wasn't capping, they wasn't playing. Because his people did call me. It was every time we got a date set up, it was trying to get the flight, and we ended up running into one little glitch after another. So I actually never ever did do another show with him. But like I said, I know he wasn't just playing her. He meant it. He meant what he said, and I will always take that to heart. But I go to places all the time, and some guys that are bigger than me, like I said, some of them are a-holes, some of them are very genuine. And I've learned in my wisdom coming up, it ain't nothing to take personal. It ain't nothing to take personal. If he like that, he like that. I'm never gonna be like that. I reach out to guys that started doing comedy 3 weeks ago. I have a thing. If you follow me and I see that you're a comedian, I immediately follow you back. I don't go and look and see what you got on your page, if I think you're funny or not. We in the same struggle. Not struggle. We're in the same journey. I don't want to use struggle. I like to talk positive. Because I say, look, it's certain tiers of being a comedian. You got the supernova at the top. Supernova. Kevin. I I mean, I'll put Cat up there. I know some people don't want to put him up there. I'm talking about when you just go somewhere and you sell out Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? You got the supernovas at the top. Off the strength. Then you got the ones that's right up under him. Ricky Smiley, D. Ray Davis, people like that. Then you got the ones that's right up under them. This is the third level of the dudes that go and do any major comedy club in America every weekend, and they're always going to take their call.
Good. Their bag is secure too.
Under that is all the rest of us. I'm a headliner, and I've been a headliner.
I forgot. I actually did D. Ray Davis in South Carolina. I did a party with him.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. It was in Columbia. Yeah, he's good.
He's a monster.
He didn't do he just showed up. It was an after party.
Yeah.
But he's funny.
Yeah.
One thing
monster.
One thing I will say is you're actually 100% right because I want this to be known. We reached out to have you on the show, and you were I looked at your background, and your background is very it's complimented. You've done a lot.
Thank you.
And so to have you on this platform here on the show. And for you to even say you want to be on the show is a blessing.
Of course.
So I want to thank you for that.
No, I want to thank you for that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Before we forget, big shout out to Heather Waite.
Heather Waite.
Big shout out to Heather Waite.
Heather.
Heather was at a show that I did at Tailored Smoke. Shout out to Preston, the owner. Phenomenal person. Just a phenomenal person. First time I had met Preston and worked with him. Heather is the plug, is the know all be all aficionado when as far as I've found out from the cigar scene in Charlotte, and she tells me that you were her introduction to the cigar scene. She was working at your spot, right? Yes.
She took it and ran with it, but she is what she is. I don't want to take away from that. Sometimes you meet people and you work with them, and a person can take something that you're doing to the next level.
Yes.
And she has done that.
Yes.
And
I see how she moves. She does that just period.
She knows how to move. She knows how to do what she does.
Yeah.
And I didn't give her anything. We just share energy.
Yeah. Her energy is phenomenal. Shout out to you, Heather.
Shout out to Heather.
I talked to her before. I talked to her before I was on the way over here today because I found you. She had posted a picture recently with you on her page, and she's like, "Oh yeah, me and Rashawn, I got a bunch of pictures of him on the page."
Yeah, that's my girl.
And then I clicked, I just it was the energy. Something said, "Click on that boy page, click on that boy page," and I clicked and I saw the podcast, and I said, "Yeah, I want to do that."
Yeah, she not to make it not to get on her too much, but like I will say this about Heather. I've met Heather. Always gives me a lot of props for things that I've done, but she has to understand, and I want to tell her this, is that, I'm here. You took what I did and you went here. And you have to, when you see people, you don't, she is just so phenomenal.
She's phenomenal.
She's so phenomenal.
She's phenomenal.
And to be able to, for her to even mention me now sometimes, it makes me, it gives me a little oomph to go do something more. Yeah. Because she believes she always believed in me.
She's phenomenal.
And she is just on another level. She's great. So I just want to tell you that.
You know what? And I'm gonna put my little 2 cents in. I remember, Heather, shout out to you. I remember when we first started our podcast, and I'm waiting for all my friends and family and everybody to post our beginnings and anything about podcasts. She's the only one out of friends and family, and I have hundreds, and she's probably the 1%er that posted our podcast.
She reposted.
So shout out to her.
Reposted, yep.
I really don't care about, they say that it'll be the people that don't even know you that's going to love you.
Don't get me started. We could do 3 hours on that.
She reposted.
Don't get me started on that.
She reposted.
Don't get me started on that. We'll have church in here. I could do 3 hours on the people that done known me forever and just still haven't pulled up on the show. Right. Family. You ain't even got to pay, bro.
Yeah.
I'll put your name on the list. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Nah, Heather, I'll tell you a funny story.
I'll tell
you a funny story. This is comedy, right? So I'll tell you a funny story. So back, I have a lot more for you. So Mama Love, don't get mad at me. We got to go a little long because I'm loving this interview. So I went bald like 2 years ago, right? It's for you. I know I used to have hair, right? So it's funny, right?
We believe you.
Hey,
I went bald. Right? I'm going back to Turkey to get my hair back.
Yeah, there we go.
So Heather took a picture. Always takes pictures of me. So when I go to different events, she took a picture. So now I have like the way I take pictures. I gotta do it differently because I have no hair. So like my head looks long on the camera, and so she took a picture of me, and my head was looking crazy Martian long. I was like, don't post that. So it's funny because last time I saw her, she took a picture of me together. She was like, hold up, let me look at it. How's it look to you? And I was like, yeah, that's good. She's like, pick your head up a little bit more. Pick your head up a little more. You gotta know your angles. You know what I mean? But that's how much she pays attention to detail.
Attention to detail.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people wouldn't
I've never heard anybody say anything bad about her. And if you do say something bad about Heather, I'm going to look at you sideways.
Yeah, something's wrong with you.
I'm going to look at you sideways, for real.
Something's wrong with
and
you.
I've only known her for about 3 months now.
Wow.
She's phenomenal person.
Something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
If you don't love her.
Yeah.
So Dave, I'm going to flex you. Have you ever told a joke one time? Maybe in this is our hands and feet section.
Okay. All right.
You ever told a joke sometime and brothers wasn't happy in the audience and you thought you was about to get into some situation or whatever?
Heckler or something?
Heckler or
You mean have I told a joke that
have you
pissed somebody off?
Pissed somebody off, yes.
Or just didn't hit?
No. Piss somebody
off.
Piss somebody off, and they didn't like it or whatever. Because I remember one time I saw a joke with Corey Holcomb, and I was at Laugh
He will
Factory.
say anything.
Yeah. And they
He
started
is a
walking out.
monster.
Yeah, they started walking out.
He doesn't care. Corey really doesn't care.
Yeah. Once he,
If you see the 5150, he really doesn't care.
He don't care.
He doesn't care.
We're in Charlotte at Laugh Factory. He tell a joke about the Jesus, and he said Jesus was a side child. That's one of his things or whatever. He went into that.
Yeah.
He gets. But this is a Bible.
So he had some churchies in there.
Yeah. They
I am gonna get my King James Version Bible, and come on, Margaret, we're out of here. We're out of that blasphemy. You're gonna burn in hellfire. Blasphemy.
So have you ever like told a joke or been in a situation where like it could have been a problem or there was hecklers or anything like that? And how do you deal with that situation?
I haven't really had a for real situation, not like that went bad like that. I've had people that were, I don't know if I want to call them a heckler, but they were just super drunk, super lit.
Okay.
And they just kind of hollering out and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really good at being able to diffuse that. And that just comes back from me driving a cab or driving, airport shuttle and somebody drunk right here, and I'll be able to diffuse that. So it comes from that.
So you're saying that's awesome. So you're saying your real world experiences shaped you to deal with experiences in the that's awesome.
I've had people where they were just kind of drunk, and then I kind of, you give them some attention and they'll normally calm down. Now, I do remember this one time.
Okay, here we go. Now we do that.
I do remember this one time. And this is going to get me in trouble with some of the women, but he asked the question, y'all. Right. And I'll be cancer, so I'm going to say it. Listen, lady producer over there, she's frowning.
Mama love.
Like, oh, God.
I had said a joke one time, and I was talking about how I don't take one for the team. Like, if I'm out with a dude, if I'm out with my homie, and he meet the Halle Berry stunt double, and she got the Chewbacca stunt double, it's not happening, bro. Like, we're not going to Waffle House.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, I ain't mad
You
at
can go to Waffle House. I'm going to the house.
Right.
I'm not sitting here with Chewy. I'm not doing it.
Right.
I'm not. I don't even speak the language. I don't even know how to talk. I don't know how to respond to that. I don't know how to respond to that. All I know is just give you a brush and a comb for your hair. I don't know. So I was talking about this joke, and I was talking about how and I said, fellas, you got to be careful. You get too drunk, and then the girl who really ain't cute, the one who's a mud duck, she look kind of good at the end of the night, and the lights in the club flickering anyway. So the way
they say going home at 12 with a 10, wake up at 2 with a wake up at 10 in the morning with a 2.
Yes,
that's what happens.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
liquor, boy.
I might get in trouble for this.
No,
so I'm on stage and I said, I said you wake up the next morning and it's a hairy paw on your chest talking about last night was amazing. And you look over and it's a Whoopi Goldberg stunt double. Ooh. And it was this girl over here. She was like, Whoopi is a queen. I was like, she might be a queen. She an ugly queen. So then she
Hold
started.
on. Let me do time out.
Uh-huh.
I do Whoopi Goldberg.
You said
Okay,
what?
fantastic.
You what?
I'll do it.
Fantastic.
You'll do okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah, nah, ain't no.
Fantastic.
I'm
You
dead
saw how
ass
quick I
serious.
moved off of that? Fantastic. I wish y'all the best. Fantastic. Fantastic, my guy. Fantastic, my guy. So the girl was. I could tell at first. I'm on stage and I'm looking at her, and I'm assessing like, is she like really mad? She was kind of mad.
She was pissed.
She was kind of pissed.
Yeah.
And I think it was one of them things, and I'm not mad at this. It was one of them things where, like, don't attack one of the queens. It was like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but the audience was here for it. I could tell the audience wanted the tennis match.
Right.
And I was feeling kind of sexy that day, so I was like, I'll give it a tennis match.
We was talking spicy.
So I was like, I said, listen, I said, I'm older than you. I have watched Whoopi her whole life, okay? She was like, nah, she used to be. I said, first of all, anytime you got to talk about when somebody used to be,
Oh, there we go.
you're proving my point. I said, you know how many dudes talk about how fine their baby mama used to be? Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, 2006, boy.
Fell off.
I said, well, I need to see a picture from 2006 or a video. Because this is a magpie right now. I need to see. So when she said that, I said, well, I saw Whoopi when she did her one-woman show. She was ugly then, and she ugly now. Now she just ugly and fat. And that girl, I thought she was gonna leave.
She stayed.
She stayed. She was just like, but here's how I knew I was okay because her friends were dying.
They were
Okay,
killed.
There was like 3 or 4. These were all black women, and they was like, he right though. Her friends were dying. So I was like, I'm good money.
Right.
I'm good money.
Right.
But she was sitting there kind of salty the rest of the show. She did come up to me after the show, but she was like, you was good, except for that Whoopi part. But I mean, for a minute there, I was like, oh boy, this about to go left. This about to go left.
Hey, the reason why I said Whoopi Goldberg is because remember that Dave Chappelle skit he did with oh my goodness, with Oprah.
Okay.
Not with Oprah, but remember he was a fake Oprah on there.
Okay.
Hey Dave.
Okay.
I'm pregnant. You know what I mean? And then they had the whole thing, and he's like, I'm rich, bitch, and all that stuff. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking about.
Well, I think at the end of the day, I mean, you have to when you're in that moment, you have to do what you got to do. You're in the trenches.
The thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But Whoopi Goldberg. I mean, if people don't know the history, I might get in trouble for this, but we gonna get in trouble together. So back in the days, Whoopi Goldberg used to date Ted Danson.
Yeah.
And
of
so
course.
Ted Danson roasted her and did a roast with her. He wore blackface, imitating her.
Oh.
So anything that he says,
Look it up.
Anything that he says can't be no worse.
I'm not even
worse
within
than
100
that.
miles of that.
No, not even 100 miles of that. And but the problem is people don't know their history about stuff like that. It was that shit. That was in daily news. That was in every paper back then. I mean, you remember that?
That was what, late 90s?
Late 90s. Yes, he was dating her and wore blackface to imitate her.
And then I come so even on that night at that show, and even now, I come from this mantra. I come from this mindset. Okay, as comedians, we're never gonna 100% say every single thing that every single person in the audience is gonna like or agree with or find funny. Here's pretty much the formula we have in our head. If you get 7 out of 10 people laughing on each row,
You good?
you're good money.
Good money.
You're good money. That's all it is to it. I cannot. There's no way. If we tried to do that, there would be no stand-up comedy. It would end right now.
So let me ask you, speaking on that, so now we in the future, and we got all these sensitive type of people. I'm just gonna be real with it. Why even hold it? And so how do you guys tap dance around that? Everybody just so extra with what somebody's got to say.
I don't.
There we go, brother.
I don't. And when I'm getting ready to like jump on something that I know is gonna be, I don't.
You old school with it.
Sure. Yeah, that's got to be what it is. I don't. And my thing is, we're supposed to be the last country or the beacon of free speech. That's what we're supposed to be. We talk about it all the time, but then as soon as somebody says something that we don't like, we want to run and cancel them. Now,
Cancel culture.
we're because the thing is that when somebody when you see people arguing in the comments or flaming each other in the comments on Instagram or Facebook, okay, you can flame this person. You can flame them up. And then they can go to your page and look at your profile pic. And look at a couple more pics. And then they can flame your ass up. Now, if you can take it, you must be willing and able to, if you can give it, you must be willing and able to take it.
Right.
Lots of people can give it, but then when they want to run, when they come to taking it.
Well, see, you know what? So
Like you can't have it one way.
So I'm going to say this. I grew up in an era, like in an era when I was in New York City, we used to crack on each other.
Yeah.
That's what it
Crack,
was. Like
Joan.
crack Joan, and
We lived it.
the worst thing was like if somebody said something about your mom, and
Yeah.
either you're gonna take it or you're gonna fight, right?
Yeah.
That's what happened. But comedy, if you look at comedy back when I was younger, and I was probably a little before my time, but I remember when my grandparents used to go in the basement and put on the Red Fox albums, and they'd be like, "You gotta go upstairs. You can't hear this." And comedy was a safe place for people to laugh about stuff that we're not supposed to laugh about because it's the taboo stuff you're supposed to talk about.
And
But
the
that's-
comedian is saying stuff that we might say at the house or that we think, but we just wasn't comfortable enough to say out loud.
Out loud.
Right.
So here is your outlet. The comedian says it.
Don't come
And
out.
my thing is, with everything else that's going on in this country, let us cook.
Let you cook.
Right.
Let you. I'm about to say.
Let us cook.
Let you cook. Yes.
It's not even personal.
I agree.
It's not even personal.
It's not even personal.
Yeah, it's never
It's not
personal.
personal.
Like I didn't come to the show to be like, dude in the third row,
Right.
fourth from the left. I really want to piss him off.
Right.
I'm just up there talking about what I talk about.
Right.
I'm just up there talking about what I talk about.
That's right.
Nobody is coming. So it's funny, people, every now and again, if somebody says, I took a lot of heat for my viral video with Vivica Fox. I took a lot of, it went viral, but
What happened with that? Just let the audience know. who don't know.
you know how on Instagram sometimes they'll say, "Oh, this audio is no longer available." So the audio is no longer available. It's right at the top of my page, comedian Dave Martin. It's right at the top of my page. Those first three ones where you have pinned, it's on the top left. It's a picture where I met Vivica in 2010 here in Charlotte at a she was just at a doing a celebrity host engagement at a club. And I knew all the party promoters back then. I still know a lot of them, but I knew everybody back then.
Well, I was one of them. You ain't know me, but go ahead. You talk.
I ain't know
Talk to
everybody.
me now. Talk to me.
You know what? I should have known you. I should have known you, my guy.
Talk to me now.
I should have known you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm just talking.
So I knew a lot of guys, and the promoter that was doing this event, I was like, "Hey man, let me I want to come down there and get a pic with her.
Right.
I want to come down." He said, "Yeah, I got you, no problem."
Right.
So I go down there and I take a pic with her, and that's the pic that you see on
your page, right.
on my page.
Right.
So then fast forward to last year when she was what was that? She was on one of those talk shows talking about her dating woes or struggles. She's about to be 60. She's now turned 60, and
Damn.
it ain't Independence Day Vivica no more. It ain't.
No.
It ain't.
It's different.
It ain't.
It's different.
It just ain't.
It's different.
And
It's
so
different.
I never. This is how you know when it's gonna be viral. When it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
50 won't even touch it. But go ahead.
50 won't even touch it.
Definitely
I
touching
never
no more.
even thought that this. I'm not thinking I'm getting. I had 1,800 followers when I posted this post. I posted it at 12 o'clock midnight, right before I went to sleep. I took a picture of me and her, and then I took the picture of current Vivica.
And you put them together.
And I put it together, but then this was the
Oh,
one
that was
that
you
this
that
was
did that? Oh,
this,
man.
but no, I put a song to it.
What songs you put to it?
I'm gonna sing it. I'm gonna sing it.
Okay.
I'm gonna sing
Let's
it.
get busy.
It's 10 seconds.
There we go.
Go ahead.
If you think you're lonely
That's bad,
now,
dude. That's bad, dude.
wait until tonight, girl. That's all I
bad.
put on there.
That's bad. Dude. That's bad. That's
And
hard.
the crazy thing is the goes right when the pictures change.
Yeah. So.
I posted it at 12 o'clock midnight, not thinking nothing of it. I actually thought, Dave, you posting this post too late. Because when you got a smaller page, you got to be more cognizant about times that you post. When you got a big page, even with me now having almost 6,500 followers, I can post up pretty much any time and it'll get traction.
Yeah, it get traction,
Because the algorithm has started to recognize my stuff.
Yeah.
It gets traction.
Yeah.
But when you got 1,800, I was like, you might need to wait and post this in the morning. I was like, nah, just post it. Just post it.
Right.
I posted. I wake up in the
viral.
morning about 6 a.m. Had to take a pic. 18,000 views. I said, we got one. I said,
one.
thank you, Lord Jesus. We got one.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. We got one.
Thank you, sweet baby Jesus.
So, noon, 50 racks.
Damn.
11, 12 o'clock the next day, which is now 24 hours, 100 racks.
Yes,
Then I started looking at the comments. Oh, yo, zesty ass. They started coming, boy. And I was like, y'all, this post was not even made with malice intent. I'm a comedian.
Yeah, you were doing what you were doing. You're doing your craft.
She's trending now.
Right.
I took this picture. I remember, Dave, you had that picture from back then.
Right.
I took the picture. Look at them pink lips. You look sassy. You zesty. She ain't want you then. She ain't. Oh, they was coming. And I was like, y'all act like I was out here like, oh, I'm about to try to kill Vivica. No.
No.
She's trending. I'm a comedian.
Right.
And I used to say to people, hey, you do know that whoever your favorite comedian is, and you don't even have to tell me, you do know that there's somebody who thinks they're trash. Whoever it is. So with no malice. 5.6 million views.
Oh, wow. That's heavy.
5.6 million views.
That's heavy.
It went
That's
crazy.
Yeah, that's it.
It went crazy. It just kept going. Every day. It just kept going.
like
It
a
just
money
kept
counter.
going for like a month. It just kept going.
See, we did. I've never. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And that's how it is. I never thought nothing of it. And it went nuts.
So with that, you're not gonna ever bump into her.
Oh, she blocked me.
Oh, wow. Damn, baby.
This is how I know she blocked me. Because people were tagging her every other comment. How you gonna go for Miss V Fox? How you gonna come for the queen like that? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm sure her publicist was like, Vivica, listen.
Block 'em.
Every time I get to whoever this comedian, Dwayne, Maybach, Dwight, David, who we gotta block him. I know that's what happened. Dude, Claudia Jordan, which is her girl, did a whole paragraph. She commented on there. Wow. What's the other dude? The other black
Was it negative,
actor?
or what she say? She was like, "Don't do that. It's my girl." Or whatever.
She came for me a little bit. She came for me. That's her friend. I'm not mad. But I was telling people, do you guys understand? I wasn't like, oh yeah, this gonna be the viral one right here. I'm about to smack Vivica head off. Yeah. I said, you're only coming at me because this has 1.2 million views, 3.4 million. If this had my little normal 887 views, you wouldn't have to say a word to me. You wouldn't even know who I exist.
Right.
So
there was no malice. I'm a comedian.
Right.
I'm a comedian. If she was trending,
that's right.
I thought it would be something cool. And the dudes was like, oh my God, the way you hit the right when the boy, diabolical. Diabolical, boy. Oh my God, you a savage. And literally, it was Game of Thrones in the comments between black men and black women. It was they was bringing up Kevin Samuels. It was, they said, oh, I remember there was it's a whole bunch of big backs mad in these comments. Big
backs.
It was Game of Thrones, bro.
Big backs.
If y'all ever want to laugh, go to that post.
Nah, I'm gonna check it out.
And look, some of the comments was so bad, they was coming at me so bad. Some of them I had to just push down and hide. I was like, I ain't gonna block you, but I ain't gonna delete it. But you just ain't gonna talk to me like that.
Hey, you gotta be careful what you say around Cousin Lawrence, because he might look at them comments and try to grab one of them big backs.
Hey,
like,
hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with him. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?
You do the big backs? I can't do a big back, bro. It's out of my weight class.
What is wrong with him?
Ain't nothing wrong with him. It's just out of my weight class.
I mean, when it's cold
I'm
outside.
gonna give you the
when
visual.
it's cold outside.
Who are you holding?
That's right, man.
I'm gonna give you the visual. Okay. We all remember our favorite scene from Ving Rhames in the kitchen with Baby Boy's mama from the movie Baby Boy.
The African squat.
When he hopped across the floor 3 times. If I can't do that, would you? You're too big. I can't do that with big backs. I'm 6 feet, 205, 210. Okay.
Right.
I can't do that with you if you 220.
All right, let me give you some game on that.
Okay, give me some game.
Oh God.
Because it's just that's a health thing for me. It'll throw my back out. It'll slip my vertebrae.
L talking.
All you gotta do.
I'm trying to tell him that's just a health thing for me.
Yo, L talking.
Hey, listen.
Yo, watch what he gonna tell you. He gonna break it down.
I'm
Look.
serious. Because
He about to lean into it like TD Jakes. He about to lean into it with scripture.
what I'm saying
In
is that
Ephesians 2, verse 3 through 7.
Make sure you always get a pizza.
Okay.
With all the trimmings.
With all the trimmings.
With all the trimmings. Size large, extra large. Right?
Okay.
You gotta get the Netflix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And get her in bed. You know what I mean? Get her in bed and you just lay up. And when it's cold outside, brother, you ain't got to put no heat on. You ain't got to put none of that on.
Everything you said is correct.
You just need the sheet. You just need the sheet. You don't need no covers.
Everything that you said is correct. She is dying over here, ladies and gentlemen. I want y'all to know she might need an inhaler in a minute. Everything that you said is correct, but I like to do the Veen Rains baby boy move.
Yeah, he
I like to do the move.
He like the hops.
If I can't stick you on the wall,
So I thought you like to eat cookies.
look at Mom Dukes. Look at Mom Dukes. Mom Dukes about to run outside.
Hey, look.
So I take. Oh Lord.
I thought you like to eat cookies.
Yo, L, I tell you. So
Huh?
like, how about?
I do eat cookies.
Yo, L.
I'm a cookie monster.
Yo,
Chips
L.
Ahoy.
Yo, L.
Famous Amos. Let's go.
Yo, L.
So
So
there
you know what you remind me of right now?
What's that?
It's like when you meet a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she however big or whatever, she take you home for the weekend. You're on a Friday.
That's right.
So you do your thing, but what they do is they put the drapes up. So the drapes are gone. So it's like 12 o'clock at night. Before you know it, it's Saturday morning. They bring in your breakfast. Then you're over there past Saturday. Then it comes to Sunday. They turn the AC off. They turn the AC on low. You think you in a damn hotel. So before you know it, you've been there for 2 days.
You live there now. She giving you a
live
key.
there now.
What
She giving
is
you a key.
wrong
Breakfast,
with that?
dinner. Nah, we gotta get up
What's
out
wrong
of here.
with
We gotta
that?
go. We gotta
It's
go.
it's
man.
out of
You
my
can't-
way.
Y'all want to play
It's-
circus with these women.
It's out of my weight
That's
class.
what they do.
It's nothing wrong
Make
with
you
it.
feel comfortable.
Listen, I'm all the big. BBWs.
Let's not do it. Come on now, we PG-13
All of
over
you
here.
pleasantly plumps out there. I have no beef with you. It's just out of my weight class.
Hey,
We have to know our own limitations. Do we not?
They don't have to get on top.
Do we not?
but you might not need a blanket though.
Do we not have to know our own limitations?
we
You know what?
do.
Y'all living down in the South. Come up to Jersey. Come up to Jersey,
In
New
that
York.
brick, in that brick ass cold.
You
In
damn
that brick.
right. They are
That'll
living right
change
now.
me?
Or that'll change the hell out you, brother.
Lauren's trying to roll over.
They at
That's the
13
whole
they
thing. He
like
wanna
13
roll.
degrees up
It's
there
the-
right
it's
now.
the-
Miss Producer, you
it's
all
the
right over there?
rollover.
You all right?
It's the rollover.
Laying some of that degrees.
It's the roll.
Y'all know, y'all New Yorkers, PA, and Jersey. Y'all know what y'all going through right now.
Who the hell
Boston?
is this? Paging me a 5 for every rolled over the
Yeah,
video?
right.
That's right.
5:46 in the morning.
morning.
And I'm yawning.
Yeah.
Mama love wrapping us up. So I want to say this, Dave. Can you let us know where you're going to be at, what your venues are, and where you're going to be at when you perform? Because we want to be there. We want the audience to know where you're going to be at.
No doubt.
Yeah, and everything else.
So when is that? I have a show. I don't have anything coming up right away in Charlotte, but I do have a show that's going to be down in Rock Hill at the Mercantile. I think the venue is called the Mercantile.
Rock Hill,
That's on my page. That's
House
right
in
down the
Fort Mill.
street.
I know where Rock Hill is.
Yes, right down the street. And I will more than likely have something in Charlotte in the next few months. I'm excellent. I'm a dog when it comes to promotions. I really get excited about doing promotions for events and stuff as I do performing the event. You know why? Because it don't matter how good your product is if people don't know.
So
I'm like the promoter when it comes to stuff like that.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I love building with people. I love that you're on here, but I want to do a check-in with you every couple of months, and I want to do a thing where you have your own segment where you check in and talk. I think that'd be excellent to do. You know?
Oh, you want me to come back?
Yeah.
Oh, done.
That's what I'm
Done
saying.
deal.
Yeah.
Good
I
money.
think it's important to build a
Absolutely,
community.
absolutely.
Yeah.
This community.
Yeah.
This is a community thing, and I love your energy. And I don't have interviews go over time, and I'm enjoying it. I don't want to let you leave, but you got to
Listen.
You gotta get the hell up out of here.
Listen, I know. I'm honored. I'm honored, man.
I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying.
I'm like, I hope I go
Appreciate
over there and show myself well. I hope I do well.
No, you're doing. I'm enjoying it. I want to say. So you're gonna have that, and then
And we got
also,
a ton to talk about. We talk about Charlotte sports. We can talk about.
we got.
I'm going to Rings Day. We got
that's
another
what
4
I'm saying.
hours we could do.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it'd be good to like have that in a situation to
Yeah.
where we can do
Let's do
that
it.
and plug in.
Let's do
and
it.
Do that. Yeah, definitely.
Done. It's done.
Definitely.
Let's do it.
Shots fired, man down.
Let's do it.
And also, so you're gonna be at Rock Hill now. For the audience that don't know, if they can go check out stuff on your YouTube or things that you've done, big shows, big things you've done, or stuff that your brightest moments, where can they check that out at?
So like I said, so many people they go to the page, but they just won't see it right away. The actual my most monster TV credit, the only one I have, but it's a good one, is when I was on HBO. Bad Boys of Comedy on HBO. That's right in my link tree.
First of all, I don't want to cut you off.
Yep.
The brother was on HBO.
HBO.
So
That's before Netflix, youngins.
Yeah.
You know how Netflix is the joint now? HBO was the joint.
right.
I'm
Brother
telling
was
you
on
right now,
HBO.
if you was on HBO, you
I
can
already
talk
know. That's
shit.
what I'm saying. The brother's
You
on
can
HBO.
talk shit. So that's on there. That's a really good clip. And I do have a couple of little. If you ain't got to scroll that far, I have a couple of little short segments and stuff on stage. But like I said, I really don't post a whole lot of stand up, and I already explained why. But you will love the content. I'm telling you right now. I do reaction videos every day, and I do some singing on the page too.
Okay.
So, and whenever I have something coming up,
that's gonna get them crawling over there, brother. All that singing.
Hey, whenever I have stuff coming up, I post it like my mom's life depends on. I post it like a savage because I'm trying to build the page. I had a bigger page for those who don't know. A couple years ago when it got hacked, I was at 29K.
Yeah, my joint got
so I
hacked
had to
too.
start over.
My Facebook
so,
page got
So
hacked,
I'm
yeah.
a monster
Yeah.
when it comes to. That's why I reached out to you.
You
I'm
know,
always
you know,
looking
what,
for
you
new
know, what,
avenues.
you know what. I don't know if you know Star from Star and Buck Wild. He had a page that got hacked, and on my page I had 10,000 followers on Facebook. It got hacked.
Yeah.
And we had built a lot of people with the podcast up with that in the first couple of months. And I was like, I'm too busy. I'm too old to just be starting I got to start a whole new page.
Oh my
I'm
goodness!
cool.
It's a gut punch, man.
Yeah. But you know what though? If you put out good product, it'll build right back up in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Now, before you go, what I do want to say,
Okay.
I gotta give my disclaimer.
Okay.
I went to the Laugh Factory. It wasn't on you. I went there. I parked up at Avid Factory over there.
You was at the Comedy Zone.
The Comedy Zone.
Okay.
Yeah, it was my mom, my cousin Josie, and we went there. And so my ticket was $29. $20. Got in. Good. Quarter ticket. Ticket was $200. That's another story.
A parking ticket.
Parking ticket. That's something. So then, I went there. I think I saw Tony Rock that night. Saw Tony Rock.
Who I think is a monster.
But Tony Rock is a monster.
He's a
Tony
monster.
Rock is a monster.
Yeah.
Went to go see Tony Rock. So then ordered some wings. The wings came to this. Ordered some beer. The beer came to this. Before you know it, it was a $200 night. I didn't know, but it started.
After you sat down.
After I sat,
After you sat down.
It started off $20. We was good. I was like, all right, we're going. But then it ended like $250. And I said, what the hell happened?
Plus the ticket.
Plus a ticket.
Hey,
So
bro.
I just
The city of Charlotte or Avid Exchange? Who was the ticket?
The parking ticket was average. That's not on the venue, but the venue it got me for like $300.
Parking over there is weird. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. But like you know, like it was a good time. We had a good time. But like I had a budget that night, and the budget went through the damn roof.
Yeah.
But it was worth it. And I will tell you,
Tony's a beast. Yeah.
Tony's a beast.
Tony's a beast.
So Tony was good. I
Tony's
caught
a
his
beast.
8:00 show. Caught his 8:00 show.
I'm gonna go this far. He's as good as his brother. And that's a big statement. He's as good as his brother. He's as good as Chris.
Listen,
Tony's
all I gotta
the
say to you with that, Rod,
He's as good as Chris.
all I gotta do is say with
Tony's
that,
Tony's
if
true.
you had one of them big girls, you had to pay that bill, brother. And on that note, we out of here, y'all.
If you pay like you weigh,
Pay like you weigh, baby.
I got the whole thing. I got it. You big manly man in your salmon hoodie. I got it. You know I got a good job. I make $175,000. I got it. Get my inhaler. I got it.
yo, we're gonna wrap the situation up. There was no capping tonight.
That's right. There's no cabin.
Grab a cap.
Yeah.
Everything.
What we do?
Yeah.
Episode. It's a wrap.
It's a
Right.
wrap.
Oh, there we go. Peace out,
That's what we
Charlotte.
do. Oh,
Charlotte
Comedian
Hussein.
Dave Martin on everything. YouTube is also Comedian
That's
Dave Martin.
right.
Holla
Go
at your
check
boy.
him.